Hey everybody, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we got to catch up with Aihara and Maki, and now things are running a lot smoother between them. This time, we are going to check in with our newest persons of interest, the captain and vice captain of the track team, Matsuri and Miyu. Let's see what they're up to. Lunch period. The usual lunch in the usual club room with Matsuri, like usual. Matsuri's acting like usual, too.
やっぱり仁科ちゃんのお母さん都合つかないんだって。ありゃー、今年は田舎に行かれるんですって。仁科ちゃんは合宿終わってからだけど、お母さんは先に行くんだって。ああ、そうなんだ。残念だな。仁科ママすっごい綺麗だから今年も会うの楽しみにしてたのに。そこじゃないでしょ。何言ってるのよもう。
Matsuri really is acting like usual, and I'm here trying to be responsible about this stuff. We're using our lunch period for a quick meeting between the captain and vice captain of the track team. I wish she'd take it a little more seriously. Our current issue regards food for our summer camp group. For the last 2 years, we've been relying on the mother of one of our members, Nishina-chan, but she won't be able to participate this summer. The school camp will be from August 8th to 15th during summer vacation, and the track team will be staying for all days. This is the same every year, but we need to provide the food during the camp. The school cafeteria will be closed, of course, so we have to do something about it on our own. If Nishina-chan's mother, a talented cook, won't be able to participate, then we'll have to do something about it ourselves.
20人分でしょ。さすがにある程度料理が上手じゃないと大変だと思うのよね。
So if you couldn't tell, this scene takes place before they confront Yuna when we were on Yuna's route. I forgot the date that this was on the calendar, but it doesn't matter, it's before Yuna, or before they met with Yuna. I'm not saying that just because we're an athletic club, but because we had no volunteers.
それじゃあみんなで割り振っちゃう？そんな適当なことできないわよ。予算だってあるし、いい加減なメニューで作られても困るし。いいじゃん、合宿なんだからさ。キャンプみたいなもんだと思えば下手や失敗も愛嬌でしょ。あのね、ちゃんとバランスの取れた食事にしないと強化につながらないでしょ。食事だって記録の向上につながるのよ。私あんまり気にしたことないからな。ほんと体までいい加減なんだから、あなたは。ミュウはちゃんと考えてるの？当たり前でしょ。バランスのいい食事か。それでこの体が作られてるんだ。ちょっとひっついてこないでよ。
You've been sticking to my back for a little while now. Geez, you're making it kind of difficult to take notes here.
ミウ肌綺麗だもんね。日焼けもあんまりしてないしさ。でもスベスベだし。
This always happens as soon as we're alone together. There's nothing wrong with being a lefty, Miyu. I'm one myself. Stop touching my hands and stop wrapping that arm around my shoulder. Stop clinging to me.
Matsuri!
Stop trying to unhook my bra! Oh, I already know I'm gonna love these two. You know, we'll just have the sex right here, why not?
いつもそうでも何があるかわからないでしょ。学校でこういうことしないって決めたじゃない。二人で決めたルールでしょ。
Oh, come on, it's more exciting if you do it at school, right? You might get caught.
まあそうだけどさ。
Right, our rules. the rules we decided on together for our own sakes. Matsuri and I are dating, not as friends, but as lovers. I first met Matsuri in middle school. We were both on track teams then, and we were setting pretty good records. We went to different schools, but met through meets and a prefectural training camp. First it was just our names, then we'd recognize each other's faces, and before long we started talking. Matsuri was the fastest in the prefecture back then, and I was frustrated that I couldn't beat her, but it was hard not to admire her running form. As we got to know each other, I found myself drawn to her positive attitude, how she had a pure enjoyment of running that I didn't. That's why, 5 years ago, I said yes when Matsuri confessed and asked me to go out with her, after getting over my surprise. I wasn't really concerned about how we were both girls or anything. I worried a little, but the realization that I really did love Matsuri was larger in my mind. Or maybe I thought we'd each come to find normal romances one day. I may have been thinking this romance would be just a closer sort of friendship. I don't think I ever imagined we'd be dating for this long. But we've stayed together all this time. I was the only one who was thinking of it as just an intimate friendship. Matsuri was serious from the beginning, and she had a different idea of intimate. We were already holding hands on our first date, and she kissed me like it was completely natural. She stole my first kiss so casually, I thought she did it all the time. Only later I heard that it was her first kiss too. And as our relationship went on, we became interested in things beyond kissing. Matsuri's proactive approach led to many new and sometimes surprising experiences. We chose the same school, continued running on the track team, and my relationship with Matsuri grew stronger and stronger. At some point, I began to think, I'm going to end up spending the rest of my life with Matsuri, aren't I? And she said she wants to spend her life with me too. That's why we decided on our rules, so we can stay together forever. Matsuri's parents are fairly open-minded, but mine aren't. My mother and father both love me, but they have a strict idea of conduct and the like. I don't know how they'd react if they learned of my relationship with Matsuri, but I have a good idea what they'd say. They're very traditional, though I don't mean it all in a bad way. That's why they can't find out about our relationship. I don't think we'd be able to stay together if they did. And that's why we have our rules. We've decided to go to the same college. Which one is less decided, but we know it will be the same one. We've also decided to live together when we're in college, and our parents have all consented to that. To us, it's the natural progression of our relationship, but to them, we're just sharing a place because it's safer than living alone. To protect our waiting future, Matsuri and I have made 3 promises. 1. We won't go on dates near school or either of our houses. It'd be dangerous for someone to recognize us. They might just think we're out as friends, but it pays to be sure. 2. We won't use words like love anywhere they'd be recorded, like in texts. The same thing goes for talking on the phone at home, even on cell phones. 3. We won't go further than kissing at school. This goes without saying, really. What if someone saw us? What if a teacher saw us and told our parents? It'd be the end of the line. Matsuri's misgivings about each of the rules are obvious, but I persuaded her to promise me anyway. I mean, I want to protect them. Matsuri and my relationship with her. Until we leave our parents' houses, support ourselves, and live somewhere where no one will object to us. Society won't consider us adults before that. Yet, sometimes Matsuri tries to break our rules. She says it's because she loves me, but I wish she'd keep her promises if that's true. I love Matsuri too. I want to be with her forever. That's why we have these rules. We came to the same school, joined the track team together, and tested ourselves as athletes. Now Matsuri's the captain, and I'm the vice captain. Our time on the team ends when summer does. 2 big national meets left. Then we'll have to resign. We'll finally be forced to decide our future. Matsuri could probably get a sports scholarship at any college, but I wonder about me. I might need to think about taking general entrance exams. I have a lot to think about my future, our future, the path that'll keep us together forever. Yet,
もういつまでくっついてるのよ。だってこうしないとミュウのノート見れないじゃん。横に座ればいいでしょ。こっちの方がいい。それがダメだって言ってるのよ。
there are limits to being laid back. Okay, so they are trying to exercise some discretion. That's kind of the hint I got when we saw them last time with Yuna at the end of this month. It just seemed like, because Megumi and Sachi pointed it out, it seemed like they were setting up this idea that they are trying to keep their relationship a secret, which is understandable.
ごめん。でも2人で決めたことでしょ。分かってるんだけどさ、最近スキンシップが足りてないなって思って。今が一番大切な時でしょ。我慢して。はいはい。
She finally backed off. It's a relief, but I'm not happy about it either. It's not as if I don't like being touched by Matsuri. I like it quite a lot, in fact, but I want to be together with Matsuri forever. Not just now, but long into our future, too. So abide by our rules, Matsuri. Please. Oh, that was short. Cool. I like them, though. It's kind of nice to have an already established couple in this game, so we're not just playing matchmaker, because that can get kind of old, you know. Yeah, I gotta set up all these girls, but this is like a nice break from you know, dealing with unrequited love and love confessions. We might actually try to solve the problems of a real relationship. Who knew that once you get together with someone, you actually might have problems? Hollywood movies certainly haven't taught me that. Or television, really. Though I take that back. Television's gotten better over the years. Oh, Hina, come in. Oh, what's up? Thank goodness, we were just barely safe. I just managed to tear Matsuri off of me, like usual. We'd been alone in our club room, but now the first year Hina had walked in. She's small and quiet, or just doesn't have too many things to say, I suppose. Either way, she's polite to her upperclassmen, so she must have been raised well. So Hina doesn't know about their... Well, okay. Because last video, or it was a couple videos ago, I thought maybe it'd be interesting if Hina knew about their relationship. But this kind of implies that she doesn't. Well, no, that's not exactly true. Hina could know, and Miyu could not know. Or Miyu and Matsuri could both not know. But Hina might know, because Hina might be perceptive or whatever. I wonder if we're gonna get any of the story from Hina's perspective. I sure hope so. That'd be really cool, I think. But she doesn't have like a subplot, so I don't know if they're gonna give us anything with her. I feel like so far it's only been the characters who have subplots. But you know, technically neither does Nana. Like, technically Nana doesn't really have a subplot, but we still got something from her perspective. So I don't know. Fingers crossed that at some point in this game we get something from Hina's perspective. I'd be very curious to know. what goes through her head. You'd have more time if you ate in your classroom, wouldn't you? Everybody wants a bite when I eat there. But if you eat here, we'll want bites. Hey Matsuri, don't steal food from first years. But Hina's lunches are so good. Weren't you saying the same thing the other day, Miyu? Maybe, but Hina's lunches really are great. They taste good, but it's their nutritional balance that impresses me the most. They're tasty when cold too, and they're arranged well. I can understand why Hina enjoys eating them so much. It was the girl next door who makes them for you, right? Did you say she was a second year here? Hina was still nodding, even while she was scarfing down her food. All she gave Matsuri for plucking out some of her side dishes was a little frown. This is really good, though. Hey, Miyu. What? What do you think about asking this neighbor of Hina's to help us out with cooking for the camp? Huh? Are you serious, Matsuri? The question was on my lips, but then I thought about it. Hina's lunches are delicious, and they're well thought out. It's clear that girl is good at cooking. But the track team's more than 20 members. It's a different beast than just making lunch for Hina. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Hina. Yes? Do you think this girl could make meals at camp for 20 people? If she just likes to cook as a hobby or something, it might be too much to ask. I think Yurirei could do it. Huh? Really? I don't know without asking, though. Can we ask then? Hey, Matsuri, we don't even know what this girl's plans are. That's why we're asking. We won't have to worry about this anymore if she says okay. I guess so. Is it okay, Hina, if we ask? Okay, let's get over there while it's still lunch period then. What? Today? Strike while the iron's hot, right? If she says no, then we'll have to come up with something else. But if she says yes, we just need to fix the number on the application. I suppose so. I could never be as decisive as she is, but she was right. The sooner the better. Okay, could you take us there during lunch, Hina? Okay. Yurirei, is her name Yunichan? Can I ask one more thing? Is she cute? Really, Matsuri? What are you asking? She really has it bad for cute girls. I was worried for a moment that Hina would have a hard time answering such a weird question, but... Hina gave a little nod, and Matsuri was so unabashedly happy about it that I wanted to give her leg a good kick. Sorry, I read that so, on the brink of laughter, because... so... Hina thinks Yuna is cute. I mean, that can be interpreted in a few couple ways, right? You can look at a girl and not be attracted to her and be like, yeah, she's cute. But considering I've been rooting pretty hard for the Hina-Yuna romance at this point, I have a feeling that might mean something a little more. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, she's kinda cute. She looks a little cool, too. Matsuri might be all over her. Could you call her out? Could you call her out here for us then, Hina? Okay. Hina walked into the second-year classroom, attracting calls from several of the girls lounging there. Are these students she knows? It's the track team girls in this class, of course. It looks like the girl standing up with the ponytail is Yuna-san after all. Hina's talking to her. Hina looked our way and pointed a little, with Yuna-san following her gaze. I thought so. Well, she looks a little suspicious. She's probably wondering why some upperclassmen from the track team suddenly want to talk to her. Oh, I guess so. Man, she really is cute though. Stop waving. Are you jealous? No. Oh, come on. You could be a little jealous, couldn't you? Oh, well, let's get this over with. Oh, that was kind of like, I don't know how to describe that little interaction, but it felt tense. It felt tense. I feel kind of bad for Yuri-san, but she can't ignore us now. She walked toward us, and the way Hina pattered after her was kind of cute. Huh, so you're Yuna-chan, Hina's childhood friend, she tells me. Oh, I'm the captain of the track team, Miyu and Matsuri. Nice to meet you. I'm the vice captain, Inamoto Miyu. Sorry for dropping in on you like this. Oh, it's fine. She didn't seem too nervous. More curious about why she'd been called out, I think. A little cautious? So, Yuna-chan. Yes? Is it true you're the one who makes Hina's lunch? That's how you're starting this conversation? Well, I'll leave it to you for now, Matsuri. Yes, that's right. Oh, so it's true. Yeah, I'm always snatching food from her. It's always top-notch. It's tasty even when it's cold. It's well-balanced and it looks really good, too. Thank you for all the treats. Man, you're gonna be a great wife, Yuna-chan. Huh, thanks. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Why are you gushing about all this stuff before saying what you needed her for? I'm not going to get jealous about this stuff, but what are you derailing everything for? Yuna-san has no idea what to say. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about? Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm getting to the point. Come on, Matsuri. Don't derail the conversation before you even start it. Well, it's related, isn't it? And I've always wanted to actually thank her. I'm a fan of Hina's lunches after all. So this conversation has like a whole nother context now that we know a little bit more about Miyu and Matsuri. Because before, it seemed like this could have been almost playful between the two of them. But now I feel like it's actually a really, like, tense conversation that obviously holds a bunch of, like, tension from their relationship. It's cool. I like getting these different perspectives when they add something new to the story, which I think most of them have. So, bravo. Bravo. The thing is, we have a favor to ask of you. Summer vacation is coming up, right? Right. The track team will be participating in the summer camp, but every year there's the matter of the food we have to consider. We have the manager and team members switch off with cooking duty every year, but this year, well, we don't really have anyone confident in their skills. Sometimes we get members' moms or whatever to help out, but it doesn't look like that is going to be an option this year. I think we'd be able to make do somehow, but I'd really like it if we could properly plan things like calories and nutrition. But to do that, we'd need a really good cook to be in charge of preparing our meals. I'm always impressed by Hina's lunches too. They look like they're very well thought out, and they taste good, of course. Miyu's a comrade in food snatching after all. Quiet, Matsuri. Anyway. We've heard from Hina that you're a really good cook, Yuna-san. Do you think we could ask you to help the track team? We'd like you to participate in the camp with us as our cook. That's what we came to ask you. Please, Yuna-chan, we'd really appreciate it. I think I'd break my records if I got to eat your food, Yuna-chan. Yuna-san had finally stopped looking puzzled. Good, it looks like she understands. I wonder if she'll accept, though. Sorry, how many people are on the track team? There will be about 20 participating in the camp, I think. 22. I wasn't expecting her to suddenly ask for numbers like that. She must be pretty smart to confirm the most important thing first. We won't make you do it all yourself, of course, Yuna-san. We'll give you a few assistants. Yuna-san seemed to think about it for a moment, maybe deciding if she could do it or not. If she can make lunches like Hina's, it's clear that she's good at cooking. And if she's asking about the number of people, it must mean she's fairly confident in her skill. I'd like her to accept in that case. We can give her some first and second years to assist her if she's short on hands. What do you think, Yuna-san? Please, Yuna-chan, we're begging you. Yes, I understand. I don't know how much help I'll be, but I'll do my best. Really? Thank you. We're glad to have you. We'll put you on the track team application for camp then. Will you be able to attend every day? Yes, that's fine. Thanks. You'll be a great help. Yep, I'll do the best I can. Yeah, she seems pretty responsible. I don't think she's the type to accept it if she wasn't sure she could do it. Looks like Matsuri's relieved too. Oh good, I think I would have been heartbroken if you said no. Yeah, with all the stuff you were saying about snatching food and being a fan and that. Listen, Miyu, I just started the conversation with fun stuff to make it more likely for her to accept. You were the one making it sound all stiff and serious. What would you have done if Yuna-chan turned us down because she thought it'd be really hard? You have to explain these things properly. You would want her to be responsible about it if she were going to do it, right? You really are stiff, Miyu. Don't you think, Yuna-chan? It's better to be fun, right? You can't listen to Matsuri about these things. She doesn't take anything seriously. What's that supposed to mean? Come on, Yuna-chan, my way's better, right? You can tell us. Which senpai do you think is cooler, Yuna-chan? Another mean-spirited question, but I was a little interested in her answer, too. I wanted to hear what Yuna-san would say. I think I'd like to know what you think, too, just for reference. Yuna-san thought a little, then gave pretty much the answer I expected. Of course you wouldn't be able to choose between us when we've just met today. This girl is really responsible. I'm sure she'll do a good job cooking for us during the camp. I'm sorry for asking something so stupid, Yuna-san. We'll be counting on you for the camp then. We'll give you the details later. Oh, alright. See you. I'm looking forward to the camp. Well, we'll get out of your hair. See you after school, Hina. Yep. Bye-bye, Hina, Yuna-chan. Matsuri and I gave a little wave to Yuna-san and Hina, who stood right at her side. I'm glad she accepted. And now we'll have our food like Hina's lunches every day at the camp. Yep. Man, now I can't wait. You're so self-serving, Matsuri. I said to her, but now I'm looking forward to the camp too. Yeah, so that whole conversation just became really tense. And maybe if I was paying more attention to the facial experiences when we played through that conversation from Yuna's perspective, I would have maybe picked up on that tension. But I really think having that context of their relationship just completely added a new dimension to that whole interaction with her and Yuna. Nice. The 20th. Oh, I guess we're gonna finally find out what that argument was about. I'm excited. I really like them. They're great characters, and it's really refreshing to see like a relationship that's already together and has been together and is now having problems. That's refreshing to see. There she was by the main gate, giving me a carefree wave like she was completely unconcerned with why I was hurrying so quickly toward her. "Ah, there you are. I thought you'd come flying." Of course I would. So it was premeditated, like I thought. It was after the closing ceremony, while I'd been talking to the track team advisor about summer practice and plans for the summer camp. I'd received a text from Matsuri saying that she was at the main gate and we should head home together. That was just like usual, but some words had been added to the end of the text. "I love you." The second I read the text outside the faculty room, I sped off as fast as I could, since you can't run in the hallway. Any faster and I would have been race walking. "You thought I'd come flying? Of course I would." "Why do you do things like this?" "What do you mean, why? I mean, I guess my true feelings just came out, or, like, I wanted to tell you." "I keep asking you not to do things like this." I know, but you kept me waiting a little. I wanted to see you as soon as possible." "You think that excuse will work? I kept you waiting because I went to talk to Sensei in your place, Matsuri." "I know, but..." "You broke the rules, Matsuri." That again?" "Yes, this again. The rule is not to leave this stuff in records like text history." "Delete the text on your phone, Matsuri." What? "Delete it. Erase it." You already erased yours, Miyu?" "Yes, now erase yours too, Matsuri, now." What a waste." "It's not a waste." I desperately tried to keep my voice down. But why? Why does Matsuri refuse to think seriously about these things? "Erase it. Don't leave these things around." "I'm telling you that you don't need to be so serious all the time. Why are you so worried about it?" "You're just not thinking at all. You need to be responsible about this." She makes me wonder why I'm the only one getting so frantic about this stuff. But I thought up these rules because they're important. It's for Matsuri. It's for both of us. I think I'm being pretty serious about it, but I guess I'm just... Oh, sorry, that was Matsuri's line, and I totally went off in like my Miyu tone. Let me restart. I think I'm being pretty serious about it, but I guess I'm just irresponsible or whatever. That's not what I'm trying to say. You know I appreciate how easygoing you are sometimes, Matsuri, and now you're making me feel stupid, since I'm the only one worked up about this. Don't make me feel this way, please. Hey, I can only be so positive all the time, 'cause you're always thinking about stuff, Miyu. Don't put yourself down like that. You're the one making me feel like this. I don't like it. It makes me feel awful. I think you should be a little more confident. You know I love how serious you are, Miyu. Hey, I'm telling you not to say stuff like that in places like this. What's so frustrating is how she doesn't understand why I get so worked up. Why? I say it when we're alone together too, don't I? I know that already. Why don't you understand? I'm even worrying about what would happen if someone saw us having this extremely obvious lovers' quarrel. But she... I want to cry, even though I know this isn't the time or place. Yeah, little do you know, Miyu, is that you have quite the captivated audience going on right now. And it's not just Hina here, or Yuna, who you will finally notice eventually. What should I do? Should I just pretend nothing was happening? Did she hear what we're saying? And as if completely oblivious to my worries, enter Matsuri. Listen to this, Hina. Miyu's being so stubborn. She wept I'm sorry, that word. I'm just gonna skip it. I cannot pronounce that word right now. Exaggerated Italy. Anyways. But apparently Miyu and Matsuri, from what we know in the past, what we know from Hina, and from Megumi and Sachi, who confirmed this, these two fight all the time. So this isn't the first argument they've had without concern for, or I shouldn't say without concern, but it isn't the first argument they've had in public. That's a good way of putting it. What are we arguing about now? Hina doesn't have anything to do with this. Yeah, you two get in the most petty, trivial little competitions. But I guess that fits for Miyu, who seems to be egged on easiest. Because Matsuri starts something, and Miyu always follows. But we know Miyu's competitive because earlier we heard that she was kind of envious of Matsuri, and that she wanted to beat her essentially in running. So we know Miyu can be a bit competitive. So that's why those tactics work on her. It's a good setup. That's something this game does really well, is good setup for these characters. We both called out to her name at the same time. Hina scooted back a bit. I'm going home with Yurirei. And Yurirei-san was there, Hina close by her side. What? Wait, Hina. Yurirei-san was here the whole time, and I just noticed now. Was she watching our whole argument? She definitely saw the bit with Hina at the end. This is awkward. I merely stared at Hina and Yurirei-san uncomfortably, but it was just for the short while until Hina spoke up again. You guys live in Shinmachi, right? We're going different ways. Oh, that's right. Hina lives over by the Yatsugishi departments. She goes home by Camilla Lane, the opposite direction of the station where we're going. I'm feeling rather exhausted all of a sudden. Excuse us then. Yeah, see ya, Hina-chan, Yuna-chan. Be careful on your way home, Yuna-san, thank you for helping out at the camp. Oh, yes, excuse us then. Hina and Yuna-san bowed to us, then headed out the main gate. I sighed. What on earth am I doing? Matsuri sighed at almost the exact same moment. The two of us reflexively looked up at each other. Let's go home. Yeah. I was too tired to think anymore about why I'd rushed here or my irritation with Matsuri. I'll delete the text. Yeah, thanks. We started walking next to each other, like always, out the gate and down Persimmon Hill toward the station. I'm sorry for being so harsh. Nah, it's okay. I was messing around too much. I'm sorry. It's fine now, as long as you understand. Yeah. I walked beside Matsuri, like always. I hope we can walk like this forever, and I'm fine as long as Matsuri thinks so too. That's all I want. Alright, well that looks like that wraps up everything we have to do for the month of July with Matsuri and Miyu. That was super fun. Like I said, really refreshing to see a relationship already intact in this game, and one that's not going to develop and probably hit more and more bumps along the way, I assume. Why else would they be introduced if they're not going to have some kind of conflict that Yuna's going to have to assist with inevitably? But I'm super excited to see where that goes. So, Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.